Hey friends! As we've been discussing in science recently, we are working on regional climates. So, as a review, climate is all the meteorological elements of weather. So this is temperature, humidity, wind, rainfall, snow, and all those other fantastic weather conditions we get, most of which are winter conditions here in our home state of Michigan. Climate is also weather conditions such as the typical weather the last 30 years and short-term weather conditions. So, for example, in Michigan, it is typically cold most of the months of the year, and we have multiple seasons, but some short-term conditions might be maybe a tornado blows through once in a while. So, in regions, we will be discussing location, which could be the country, continent, or state, or the environment, which is the physical characteristics of a location. For the activity you guys will be working on together as a class, we will get in groups of 4 and we will do research. In your groups of 4, you guys will discuss and decide on a research topic. So you can either pick a country, continent, or state. It must be approved with me first, and I want to make sure all the groups in the class are different because when we all present them later, I want everyone to learn something from each other. And after that, we'll just start researching our climates in our different regions. For the assessment part of this, I will be assessing your PowerPoint presentations based on pictures, research, summary, and how you guys present to the class. So I have an example to show you guys for my presentation, which you may not use as since it is my example. So I did my presentation on Mexico climates. So this is our regional climate example. The typical climate in Mexico is tropical with rainy and dry season. So kind of like how we have 4 seasons throughout the year, they also have 4 seasons, but Mexico really only divides it into 2, the rainy and the dry. The temperature doesn't change much from season to season, as Mexico typically ranges just between 50 degrees and 90 degrees throughout the year. So, we might have a really hot summer here in Michigan, being up in the 90s sometimes, and then really cold in the winter with even below 0 temperatures, but they stay between that 50 and 90 range. Their average annual humidity is around 70%, and the average rainfall is 40 inches of rain per year. That's crazy. I also have a little graph over here because, like I said, you'll have to have pictures in your presentation. And I just have the max temp and the min temp of Mexico in the different months. The seasons in Mexico in winter, which is November to February, it is cold at night while daytime temperatures are pleasant. So this is right around where they have the 50-degree weather. Spring, which is from March to May, is the warmest season. Thermometers can go up to 90 degrees. It actually does get a bit hotter in different parts of Mexico, but I went with the average temperature. In summer, which is from June to September, it is the wettest season. So, here in Michigan, we have a really wet, like April, May, but their wettest season is actually June to September. Autumn is their shortest season. October is really their only month of autumn or fall that they get, and it's still mild, and that's when their last rains occur. As the seasons continue, because like I said before, Mexico really divides themselves into 2 seasons, since their temperature doesn't change much. Mexico's dry season is from November to May, and Mexico's rainy season is June to October. So this slide is on Mexico's environment. Mexico is about 40% desert and 34.5% forest. And although snow is uncommon in most parts of Mexico, it does snow each winter in some parts of the country, especially in higher elevations, because Mexico does have some mountains. Then over here, my visual I have on this page is some different places in Mexico and what their average and high and low temperatures are. So, for example, in central Mexico, their average high is 79 degrees and average low is 43 degrees. It looks like their wettest season is from May to September/October, and does that in a bunch of different places. You can see southern Mexico, the Pacific Coast, Baja California, just a bunch of really great things. And then also in your guys' presentations, I will want sources of where you guys found all your information. This first source I have here, which is climates to has a bunch of different places. They have continents, countries, and states. So you guys can use this as a starting point for your research. And then I want you guys to find other sources on your own. But the last page, I do want you to have these as just practice for future projects and research things that we do in class. So class, that was my presentation on regional climates. I know you guys will do great, and I expect great things from you. Have a good day.